Hey, what's going on, guys? It's Cathalion. Welcome back to Destiny. Today we're going to talk about Prison of Elders and the things that I like and dislike about it. Leaning on the dislike side, and my feeling of Prison of Elders over a month since the launch of Destiny. So what I like, I'm a big fan of Horde modes. I always have been. I even liked the Underdome in Borderlands 1, which was universally disliked because of the poor rewards that you got from it, which is a problem inside of the Prison of Elders, but we'll get into that in a bit. I do enjoy it. I think the combat is fun. I think the use of skulls and rounds is fun. I think it being a 3-man activity is right on point, and I like Skolas now with his encounter sort of changing week to week. Though I kind of wish that the 32 and 34 challenges changed week to week in their burns. I think every round each week should have different skulls on it. So combat like, arena mode like, horde modes, yes. Let's talk about what I want to change, and I started one just there a second ago. I feel like each individual round, each week, needs to get different skulls. If you've noticed, when you go into the 35, each of the arenas is the same, and they have the same skulls on it. And I think that this is something that should alter week to week. And it might even get to the point where some of the skulls are really, really punishing and make the encounters really difficult. And I think that's something that a lot of players would enjoy seeing, myself included. It would at least mix things up a little bit. Prison of Elders was sort of shown to us as an activity that would change over time and give us randomized encounters, but each of the upper level, the 32, 34, and 35 challenges are mostly the same each and every week. Just the 32 and 34 rotate, but all the skulls within remain similar or the same, especially on bosses. So I would like to see skulls rotate more drastically throughout all of the challenges. Next up, I want to talk about the priority missions, the targets, the bombs, the things you got to defuse. We need more things like this inside of Prison of Elders to make it more interesting, I think. And obviously, they're not going to be able to add it, but perhaps there will be a future arena. I think that the ones that we have, what do we have? We have blow up the thing, stand on the thing, kill the guy. I think that's it. Blow up the thing, stand on the thing, kill the guy. Yep. That's pretty much it, man. We need to have some more of these priority target things that pop up. Puzzles, even. I would love to see puzzles. I wish they would bring raid-type puzzles into these activities, these random events that happen inside of the arena. These were supposed to mix it up, but they just end up becoming redundant, sort of like little fetch quests. They do add to it a bit, but if there was just a little bit more variety, I feel like Prison of Elders would be a bit more interesting. Any ideas you guys have would be awesome. I think it'd be cool if they dropped like little mini bosses down on you as well with these priorities. Or perhaps, like, say you're fighting in the Vex arena, all of a sudden there's a little jumpy puzzle that you have to get to, and you have to succeed on the jumpy puzzle and make it to the top in order to stop a bomb from going off. I mean, there's already lots of bombs, but I just think they could do it in more interesting ways than shoot this, stand here, that guy's bad. You know what I mean? Moving on, the loot sucks. The loot is rough inside of Prison of Elders, and I think this is a huge problem. The armor, I think there's only been a couple pieces of armor that have been excellent. One of them was last week with the chest piece. I think it had like special and hand cannon ammo on it. But the loot for the most part is booty butts, man. Most of the weapons are garbo. The primaries that you get with burns on them are mostly garbo, and they're often offset by having a bad element with like shank burn on it. And I think that's kind of, I wish that wasn't an option. I wish you would only get the one that like blankly does more damage to all fallen. That is a buff that you could get on weapons. I've only seen it a couple times, and I know that introduces RNG into it, but I think overall the weapons are pretty lackluster. And I think a lot of this stems from the fact that old weapons could be ascended. Like, how are they going to put out a hand cannon that outdoes the Fatebringer without completely breaking the meta of endgame PvE, even though Fatebringer is kind of in on that? You know what I'm saying? So there's more than one problem at play here, but at the end of the day, the loot does feel rather lackluster, especially since you could get really good PvE gear out of Trials of Osiris, a PvP activity, which I think is an issue all in its own right. So these are the things that I personally have an issue with Prison of Elders, mainly stemming around just more variety in encounters, in skulls, and better loot at the end of the day for Prison of Elders. I still do 3 prisons a week at least, straight through all the prison challenges because I enjoy it. I think the combat is fun. I think the teamwork required is fun. But I think these encounters need a little bit more pizzazz in the future if they do decide to bring another arena mode in alongside a raid, a traditional raid. But I still do like that they brought the arena mode rather than a traditional raid for this DLC. They did try something different, but they didn't quite capitalize on the magic that they could have inside this arena mode. Let me know what you guys would personally change in the comment section below. And as always, thank you guys for watching, and I will see you later.